Good evening. We are live in the den on the campus of Beechwood High School in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. Bringing you live play-by-play action of tonight's battle between your 18-5 Beechwood Tigers led by Coach Eric Getz and the 7-9 10th Region Pendleton County Wildcats led by second-year coach Sam Ellsburn. I am Mike Murphy. My partner tonight is Greg Polgears. Our producer is Katie Murphy, and we are the Beechwood Sports Radio Network. Greg, Pendleton County coming in tonight 7-9, struggling. They've got, a couple of players that, are very talented, but much like some of the teams we've run into recently, not the deepest of squads for Coach Ellsburn. They've had their ups and downs this season. They struggle in terms of inside play, rebounding. Occasionally they can light it up. This should be a good game for our Wildcats, and I think one of the things that we've seen over the last couple of weeks, we've seen some ugly wins against some teams that, aren't quite as talented as us. I think Coach Getz is going to want to see a complete game tonight from his Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. That's something we've talked about a lot lately, is the fact that the Tigers have not put together 4 quarters of basketball. So tonight's an opportune time that, hopefully you can do it in 2 or 3.
Yes.
And put this team away and let your reserves get some quality play. As you alluded to, Pendleton County is a very top-heavy team. Treadon Thomas is the leading scorer at 19 a game. That number falls off dramatically to your second scorer at Braden Kidwell at only 9 a game. So, behind those 2 guys, there's not a lot there, Mike.
Yeah, Treadon Thomas is one of the top players in the 10th region. He's a 6'3" senior guard, as you said. Their leading scorer at a very impressive 19 points per game. He's their best playmaker. He makes them go. He wants to go one-on-one from the top of the key. This team lives and dies by this young man, so that is the defensive challenge for the Tigers tonight. It should be, again, a good game for the Tigers here.
So Pendleton County will start first with the ball. Tigers come out in a 3-2 trapping zone, half-court zone. Kick the ball out to Verst. Verst is going to set up the offense for Pendleton County. Tigers have now gone man-to-man. They are going to switch all the screens. They get the ball to Thomas. Thomas guard by Drought. He kicks it out to Kidwell. Kidwell penetrates, puts it up off the glass. No good. Drought with the rebound. He brings the ball up the floor. Finds Brady Moore wide open.
How about
pops
that?
It for 3.
That's how you start right there. Brady Moore, again, continues to be a playmaker, an emerging weapon in this offense.
So Tigers now come out 1-2-2, full court pressure. Pendleton County breaks it. Gets to the Redden, who kicks out to Kidwell. Gets it to Verst. Tigers now falling back man-to-man zone. Verst running the point. Gets it up to Thomas. Thomas over to Kidwell. Kidwell to Bernard. Bernard over to Redden. Pendleton County only averaging 52 a game, and Mike, I'm starting to see why.
Yeah, they like a slow, methodical, plodding game. That's how they want to play tonight against the Tigers. It'll be tough for them to control tempo here tonight, though. As you said, they average 54 points a game. They're giving up 58 points a game. They've played 4 teams in the RPI top 100, and they're 0-4 against Montgomery County, Newport Central Catholic, Scott, and Robertson County, averaging 17.5 points, a 17.5 point loss per game in those 4 matchups.
So Treadon Thomas, he goes to the spin fadeaway. It looked like a great block by Cam Decker. The ref thought otherwise, called the foul on the shot. Cam Decker may have got him with the body. So Treadon Thomas, first shot is up and no good.
In terms of free throw shooting, again, this team not the strongest free throw shooting team, 65%, on the season. So they struggle from the charity stripe. Sometimes they can be very bad from the charity stripe.
Second free throw is good. Bray Moore run point for the Tigers. Skip past to Boyd on the right wing. Gets to the Drought. Drought skip past to Moore. Moore penetrates. Out to Boyd. Boyd to Drought. Drought pulls for a long 3. It's short. Brady Moore with the offensive rebound. He goes up strong, unable to get the fall. Treadon Thomas comes up with it. He gets it up to Jacob Redden, who puts it up off the glass for 2. Tie game, 3-all. Will Doughton Beautiful Euro step. Oh,
Wow.
no good. Cam Decker with the rebound. Kicks it out to Drought. Drout's going to shot fake at the three-point line, penetrate, put it up for an easy 2. 5-3. Tigers regain the
Well,
lead.
and speaking of Scotty Drought, he comes into tonight's game versus the Wildcats with now 2,980 career points. He needs 20 more to become the second ninth region player to reach 3,000 points, and he is on pace to break Brandon Hatton's region record of 3,045 points this Friday night at Dixie, where Brandon Hatton played.
Three-point shot is no good. Drought comes up with the rebound. He takes it coast to coast, draws the blocking foul. Tigers will take the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. 5 minutes, 23 seconds to go. Tigers lead by 2.
Greg, Pendleton County started out the season hot. They won 6 of their first 9 games, and things were looking really good for Coach Ellsburn and his crew. But unfortunately, they ran into some difficulty, and since then, they've lost 6 of their last 7 games. Their only win, a win against St. Patrick.
So Drought gets the ball in the post off the inbounds. Another easy basket, 4-2, 7-3. Tigers extend their lead by 4. Tigers again coming out with full court pressure. Boyd with the steal. It is tapped away by Bernard. Tigers will retain possession off the turnover.
Last night, Pendleton County hosted Augusta, and they fell 73-64. Augusta also not a very good team. Trenton Thomas did have 24 points in that game. Jacob Redden had 22.
Tigers sharing the basketball nicely. Drought pulls for 3, no good. Long rebound. Will Doughton comes up with it. He's going to bring the ball up the floor after the long rebound. Gets it to Brady Moore. Moore over to Boyd. Boyd pulls for 3 from the corner. Mike, he loves that corner 3 ball.
He's just got that corner down, doesn't he, Greg? I mean, he just really, really looks good as we head towards the home stretch of this regular season.
Doughton almost with the steal. Gets a hand on it. Thomas comes up with it again. Pushes up to Bernard. Back to Thomas on the left wing. He penetrates, crosses over. Kicks it back out to Bernard. Bernard hesitates, brings it back out. I'm sorry, that's Askren who's subbed in. Tristan Thomas behind the back, gets in the paint, kicks it back out. Kidwell penetrates, kicks it out to Bernard. Bernard over to Thomas. They're going to reset the offense now. 4 minutes, 12 seconds to go in this first period. Bernard penetrates, goes with the runner. Basket is good. Cuts the lead to 5. Drought brings up the floor, brings the ball up the floor. Tigers definitely want to keep this tempo up, Mike. Long pass to Boyd. Boyd finds Drought. Drout's left wide open, pulls for 3, knocks it down. Excellent ball movement by the Tigers here early.
And if you're going to leave him wide open like that, he's gonna take that shot. Scotty with 7 points quick, 15 points away from 3,000.
Oh, steal by Drought.
Nice pass
Gets
there
up
by
to
Brady
Moore.
Moore.
Moore kicked it out to Will Doughton. Will Doughton unable to handle it. Gets the ball back. He pulls for 3. No good. Cam Decker fights for the rebound. Unable to come up with it. Thomas run point. Splits not 1 but 2 double teams. Gets to the paint. Goes to the floater. Basket is good. 13-7.
Trenton Thomas, the brother of University of Kentucky forward Dante Allen, a legend in Pendleton County.
Will Doughton with the handoff to Cam Decker. Cam Decker unable to convert. Mason Askren with the rebound. He brings it up, sets up the offense, penetrates, goes baseline, picks up his dribble, finds a cutting Bernard. Bernard kicks it out to Jacob Redden, who pulls for 3. Basket is no good. Cam Decker with the rebound. Hands it off to Will. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Will Doughton pushing the pace. Finds
They're going to leave him open
Drought
again.
left wide open. This one is short, but Will Doughton with the rebound. Goes up strong, off the glass, no good. Jacob Redden with the rebound.
That's 3 out of 4 possessions where Scotty's had that exact same shot. It seems like they're going to give it to him again. He's going to yeah. Greg Trenton Thomas, as you said, the younger brother of Dante Allen, the quite possibly the greatest basketball player to ever come out of the Pendleton County region. Thomas scored his 1,000th point for Pendleton County last week to continue the family tradition. Also a very highly recruited football player. He has received college offers in both football and basketball. Just an impressive young man, and boy, it must be nice to be in that family to have those
good genetics.
Goodness, yeah, really impressive. Greg, what about Scotty? 15 points away from 3,000. Again, we haven't really talked about that too much this week, or this year. This week, we will be talking a lot about it. That's a lot of points.
I mean, Mike, to reach the 1,000-point club, which Will Doughton we've talked about a little bit, he's about 150 points away from that. But to get to the 1,000-point club is quite the honor within itself. And you're going 3 times as much. That's crazy. That's incomprehensible.
Absolutely.
Brandon Kildwell pulls for 3. Nowhere close. Cam Herget comes up the rebound, gets it to Doughton. Doughton finds Rolfe. Rolfe to Stroud. Stroud was open, puts it on the floor, kicks it out to a wide open Will Doughton. Will Doughton, no good. Will Doughton struggling from the floor tonight. Askew running point for Pendleton County, behind the back, loses it. Will Doughton almost with the steal. Thomas comes up with it behind the back, crossover, gets in the paint. He is fouled on the floor prior to the shot. Pendleton County will take the ball out underneath their own basket.
Greg, I think it's 13-10. I don't think they've realized that on the scoreboard yet. I think Scotty's got 7 and Cameron Boyd's got 3. Interesting.
Yeah.
New scoreboard problems.
Boyd hit a 3 from the corner, Mike. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it should be. Oh, that's right. I looked. Actually, that was an error on me there.
Long skip past to Boyd.
There it is.
Speaking of,
exact same
pulls for
spot
3 from the corner and knocks it down again.
Exact same.
Mike,
everything was exactly the same.
That was the basketball gods letting you know just how wrong you were, Mike.
Yeah.
So 16-7. Drought gets a hand on the ball. Starts to ream out of bounds, but able to save it off Pendleton County, so Tigers will take possession. Will Doughton running point.
16-7. Tigers lead 1:30 remaining in this first quarter.
Doughton finds Herget on the right wing. Herget to Drought off the screen. Gets it to Doughton. Doughton finds Boyd. Coming off the 3. Pulls elbow. Free throw line extended. No good. Rebounded by Jacob Redden. Noah Bernard. Bernard brings up the floor, penetrates. Kicks it back out. Pendleton County's going to take their time once again. 1 minute to go. Mason Askew brings the ball back out. Guarded by Rolfe. Tigers in man-to-man. Hands it off to Redden on the right wing. He penetrates, gets in the paint, goes up strong with the left hand. Basket is no good. Rebounded by Will Doughton, but we do have a whistle. Mike, I'm not real. I guess that was a late whistle on the shot.
I think so. Okay, foul called on Will Rolfe. That's his first.
Redden's first free throw is good.
Redden on the season, an 80% free throw shooter, 20-25. He's probably the most reliable free throw shooter on the Wildcat squad this season. Trenton Thomas came in tonight at 70%.
Second free throw is up. No good. Rebounded by Will Doughton. Number 1, Garrett Jack has checked in for Pendleton County. That's a basketball name right there, Mike.
That is definitely. Now, they have a Garrett Jack, a Hunter Jack, and a Mac Tackett.
Scotty Drought knocks down the open 3. Tigers extend their lead, 19-8, up by 11, 35 seconds to go. Thomas double-teamed right before he crosses half court. Kicks over to Verse. Verse double-team, gets to Thomas. Thomas penetrates, goes right to the glass. Drought gets a hand on the ball. Basket is no good. Will Doughton comes up with the rebound. Scrappy. And we have a foul. Looks like that's going to go against Pendleton County. I believe that's on Thomas. 21 seconds to go. Tigers will take possession.
Coach Ellsburn using a lot of players early, Greg. I think he realizes in order to stay competitive in this game, he's going to have to keep his players fresh.
Absolutely. So Pendleton County also coming out 2-2-1, full court pressure. Some mock pressure. They're looking just to take time off the clock, not necessarily force turnovers. Drought with the ball, 10 seconds to go in this first period. 19-8, Tigers with the lead. 7, 6, 5. Drought finds Will Doughton. Doughton pulls for 3, and that's good. And that will close out the first period. Tigers lead 22-8.
Tigers crushing from outside in that quarter. I believe 5 3-pointers, and that's exactly what Coach Getz wanted to see. Again, last week 3-0, but those wins, not necessarily the prettiest of wins. I think what he would like to see is a complete start to finish. The cliche, put your foot on the throat of the opponent.
Sure.
That's what Coach Getz wants to see tonight, because I think, and he alluded to this in his post-game interviews last week, as you look at things that the Tigers need to improve on, that is probably the number one thing. Again, finding that consistency as we head towards the postseason. 22-8, Tigers lead after 1 here against the Pendleton County Wildcats, 10th region Pendleton County Wildcats. Now, while we talk about Pendleton County not having the greatest of seasons, they come in at 7-9. they're still very much in the picture for a 10th region appearance, because it looks like between them, Harrison County, and Robertson County, they're all 2-1. They've all beaten each other. Their district is going to come down to a coin flip. It sounds like. Yeah, I've been told several different things, but it sounds like at the district tournament meeting, the 10th region of athletic directors and coaches will decide, but it sounds like it's going to be a coin toss. And, Greg, for the life of me, I can't understand why it would be a draw or a coin toss when you have RPI.
Yeah,
you know,
Mike.
I mean, I understand, some people might think differently than that, but, gosh, it just seems like that exists. Let's have a uniform policy on ties like this.
No doubt. You can't leave. These kids work too hard for their fate to be left up to a coin toss.
All right, Scotty, 4-3. He misses it, fight for the rebound, and Noah Barnard comes up with it. And Trayden Thomas loses the ball. Looked like there was contact, no call there. Cam Herget across the timeline. Elbow, small jumper, no good. And that'll go out of bounds. They're going to call a foul there on Brady Moore. That's his first, team's fourth. Greg, the Tigers are on a 5-game winning streak. It's the first time this season they've won 5 games in a row. Pendleton County with the ball. Barnard gets trapped, gets it across the timeline, tried to hit Thomas off his fingertips. Herget comes up with it, gets it to Ty Evanston. Evanston hands it off to Drought. Drought drives, kicks it over to Herget. Herget dribbles to his right, behind his back, over to Evanston, left wing. Evanston to Scotty. Scotty drives, puts it up and in. 12 points for Scotty.
Yeah. That is just too easy.
All night.
This little zone that Pendleton County has gone to, Scotty Drought just made it look like Swiss cheese.
Absolutely. Trayden Thomas with the ball. He goes down the left side of the floor. He's going to drive. He loves to drive to the basket. If they can shut down that drive, Pendleton will not come close tonight. Missed shot there again by Pendleton. Cam Herget with the rebound down the floor to Brady Moore. Moore cross court to Evanston. Evanston's to Scotty. Scotty attacks. His ball gets batted away. They'll call a jump ball there, and that'll go back to Pendleton County. 24-8, 6:39 remaining in the first half. Jacob Redden will inbound, full court press here by the Tigers. This is going to be tough for Pendleton County to handle this. Redden passes over to Barnard. Barnard down the floor to Kidwell. Kidwell drives. Great defense by Scotty. Rolf with the steal. Rolf, coast to coast layup, blocked by Trayden Thomas. And Jacob Redden comes up with it. He is coming down the floor, and he's going to kick it out to Braden Kidwell, wide open three. He misses it. Rebound Trayden Thomas, and his leaner falls. 24-10, 2 for Pendleton. Cam Herget, right wing, trapped, but gets it across to Brady Moore. Moore lets the Tiger offense set. Coach Getz commands the offense. Moore over to Rolf, left wing. Rolf gets it into Evanston on the elbow. Evanston floats it into Scotty on the block. Scotty puts it up and in again. Too easy, man against boys. 14 points for Scotty Drought tonight, 8 points away from 3,000. Braden Kidwell, the junior forward. And another turnover. Turnover there by Noah Barnard, trying to find Jacob Redden on the baseline. And again, it's just this is a rough matchup for Pendleton County.
It is, and they're playing right into Beechwood's hands in the fact that, the full court pressure, three-quarter court trap that Beechwood throws at people, if you're not a strong ball handling team that's prepared coming into this game for that, then you're in for a world of hurt, because it creates so much chaos, which in turn leads to an up-paced tempo, which is exactly what the Tigers want. Pendleton County, they want to slow it down. They want to run a methodical offense. This full-court pressure doesn't allow for that.
All right, on the floor for the Tigers, Scotty Drought, Cameron Herget, Will Rolfe, Ty Evanston, and Brady Moore. For Pendleton County, Jacob Redden, Mason Askren, Trayden Thomas. All right, Brady Moore, top of the key, defended by Thomas. He gets it over to Herget, Mr. Football on the left wing. He gets it to Evanston on the free throw line, floats it into Scotty. Scotty defended by Thomas. He recovers, puts it up, no good. Rebound on the blocks by Jacob Redden. Redden having trouble getting out of there. He's trapped by Scotty and Herget. He gets it down the floor to Askren. Askren, left wing, kicks it over to Bryce Redden. Redden kicks it over to Barnard, his three, no good, and that's going to go out of bounds. Beechwood ball. Greg, Pendleton County really struggles at times from outside. Now, they do average 5.8 three-pointers a game, but on the season they're only shooting 30%, and they're one of those teams, they high ceiling, low floor from outside.
Yeah, I mean, and it's been with this full court pressure, the Tigers are wisely, if Pendleton County can break it, the Tigers are wisely getting back and guarding the basket rather than guarding the three-point shot. So guys are open and they're pulling the trigger, and that's not their game, though.
Scotty drives, shot no good, but he draws contact and will head to the free throw line. You know, we've used the cliche man versus boys. Scotty has just been so dominant attacking the rim this year. Again, we see it right here. Pendleton County's not going to be able to stop that. Coach Getz could just run isolation all night, and there's no way he would score at will. And Scotty's first free throw is good. Going to make it 27-10. He now has 15 points. 7 away from 3,000. Second free throw is good. 28-10, Beechwood leads. Barnard gets it to Thomas. Thomas defended by Decker. He's trapped, throws it down the floor. It's stolen by Scotty. Scotty brings it down the floor, top of the key, kicks it out to Downton, wide open in the corner. Downton's three, no good. Rebound. That's Mason Asker, or Noah. Rebound for the Wildcats. Traden Thomas down the floor, harassed by Ty Evanston and Cameron Decker. He tries to kick it out over to Jacob Redden, but Redden, not ready for the pass, lets it go off his fingertips. Turnover, Pendleton County.
Excellent work by Will and Scotty there. Will, last few games we've seen a little bit, it's probably just hitting a wall.
Yeah.
Late in the season.
Yes.
He'll find his legs. He'll get them back, and,
Down
beautiful
wide
pass
open
by
to Scotty,
Will.
and Scotty puts it up and in.
Mike, that was a rocket.
Scotty with 18 points. 4 points away from 3,000. Pendleton County having trouble breaking the press. They get it down the floor, and they do end up scoring. Basket, I believe, by Connor Neltner.
Will's going.
Downton.
That's
His
a lot
shot
of contact
blocked.
there.
No call on
Mike,
that
I
there.
can't believe there was no call on that.
Have we already hit the mercy stage?
Maybe we have. Maybe that's what it is,
Yeah.
Mike. I mean, the refs kind of came out, I don't want to say whistle happy, but they weren't afraid to use it at the start of this game.
Brady,
The second period, Mike. I don't know if they've called a foul.
All right, Brady Moore gets it over to Downton. Downton uses
Nice
screen
shot
from Scotty. Now drives, puts up a shot, no good, blocked. And Barnard comes up with the rebound. Turnover by Pendleton County.
Nice
Scotty,
find by Will.
4-3, in and out. Rebound Cameron Decker. Decker goes up, but he is clubbed, and he'll go to the free throw line. Whistle blown.
Mike, there must be a jinx because it seems like whenever Scotty finds Will or Will finds Scotty, the shot is not made for the assist.
Free throw no good.
Entering the game for Beechwood, number 11, Mitchell Berger.
And Mitchell Berger will enter. Scotty's 4 points away from 3,000. Decker's free throw. No good, off the back of the rim. Traden Thomas with the rebound. Thomas, he gets it over to Barnard. Barnard harassed, triple trap there. And Mitchell
Nice
Berger
job by
with
Mitchell
the steal,
Berger.
gets it
Great
back
hustle.
in. Unfortunately, Pendleton County comes back up with it, and they're going to call Downton with the foul.
Will's got to settle down a little bit.
Yeah, and again, it's tough. Will's got such a explosive offensive game. When it's not working, he can become very frustrated. But as we saw, in a couple of games early in the season, if he's not scoring, there's still a lot he can do. So he's got to keep his composure. Connor Neltner, top of the key for the Wildcats. He gets it over to Astron. Bryce Redden turns, puts it up, and they're going to call a jump ball, and it'll go to Beechwood. Possession to Beechwood. Yep. 3:04 remaining, 30-12. Beechwood out front early, and they've put the proverbial shoe on the neck there, Greg, which is, it's good to see.
Yeah, a good, solid first half out of the Tigers, Mike.
And Scotty just looking tremendous. 18 points so far in this first half. Scotty drives. There it is. He's fouled. Foul will be called on Bryce Redden. And that's going to be his third foul.
Third foul already.
Re-entering the game for Pendleton County, number 44, Braden Kidwell.
Braden Kidwell will enter, and Redden, frustrated, he will take a seat on the Wildcat bench. Downton gets it into Decker. Decker turns, gives it to Scotty. Scotty on the wing, drives, and puts it up and in, Greg.
Beautiful
Wow.
pass fake. And
32-12, Scotty with 20 first-half points. Traden Thomas breaks the press, gets it to Neltner. Neltner over to Barnard. Barnard gets it over to Askren. Askren hands it off to Thomas, and Thomas blocking foul called on Downton. That'll be his second.
Will
with
win at
2:28.
that.
Yeah. And Cameron Herget will check in. Will Downton will take a seat, and he gets a round of applause from the bench and the assistant coaches. 32-12, 2:28 remaining here in the first half. Pendleton County with possession. Kidwell hands it off to Askren. Askren defended by Berger. He drives, spins, and gets it out to Neltner. Neltner fires for three. He misses. Rebound, Braden Kidwell. Kidwell loses it. Herget comes up with it. Herget down to Droud. Droud wide open, puts it up and in. 22 points for Scotty Droud, and that is 3,000, Greg Polgears.
what an
3,000 points. That is, what a career by this young man, and what a week it's going to be for him. Getting recognition from all over the state of Kentucky for his accomplishments. 3,000 points. The game is being stopped right now. Scotty getting a handshake and some hugs from the assistant coaches. The second player in the 9th region history to score 3,000 points. Brandon Hatton, who currently holds the all-time 9th region record at 3,045 points. An awesome moment right here as Scotty makes his way down the bench, shaking hands and giving hugs. Greg, what has Scotty Droud meant to this program?
Mike, Scotty has, 6 years ago, give or take, that was the foundation, that the coach Getz envisioned. This senior class as a whole with Will Downton, the kid has worked hard. He has earned everything he has received. To be able, it's one thing to score a bunch of points when it's a one-man show, and it's not a one-man show at Beechwood. That's what's so beautiful. There's a lot of uneducated people that'll look and say, "Well, Droud shoots the ball every time." That's just simply not the case. So
Yeah,
he's done it the right way.
Braden Kidwell with the basket in traffic, 34-14. Scotty drives, spins, puts it up and in, and he is on fire right now.
He just put his defender in a blender on that spin move. That was beautiful.
24 first-half points. Traden Thomas looking to answer. His shot is blocked by Scotty. 1:34 remaining, 36-14. Beechwood leads. Scotty Droud just scored his 3,000th point. He's got 24 points here in the first half.
He's been a machine tonight, an absolute machine.
Thomas floats it in Askren. Askren gives it back to Thomas. Thomas spins, puts one up, doesn't connect, but is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line.
Beechwood foul call number 3, Cam Herget, his second, team 7.
Thomas, a 70% free throw shooter. His free throw no good. And again, this is a team that can go very cold from the free throw line. 65% on the season. Second free throw by Thomas is good. That'll make it 36-15. Scotty coming down the right side of the floor. What do you think? A dunk here? Maybe an alley-oop or something?
What's he got left, Mike?
I know. All right. Decker with the turnaround
Hit
jumper.
that.
Falls.
That's who we need to get going, Mike.
Absolutely.
Cam Decker. It's good to see him knock that down.
38-15, 1:14 remaining. Tigers lead big here in this first half. Barnard drives. His shot is good. That'll make it 38-17. Barnard now with 4 points for the Wildcats. Decker gets it to Droud. Droud, right wing, tries to find a streaking Berger. Berger, ball
Great
tipped
rebound
away.
by Cam
Decker
Decker.
gets the rebound, and he's going to draw contact again. He'll go to the free throw line. Nice job right there. Good job by Cameron Boyd, who just continues to make play after play, right, Greg?
Yes.
Cam at the free throw line. 6 seconds remaining, 38-17. Beechwood leads. First free throw is good. That'll make it 39-17. Traden Thomas came into tonight averaging 19.2 points per game. He only has 6 points so far in this first half. Second free throw by Cameron Decker is good. That'll make it 40-17. 49 seconds remaining. Thomas coming down the center of the floor. No press this time. Thomas, left elbow, gets it to Askren. Askren over to Redden. Redden gives it to Barnard. Barnard, top of the key. Dribbles to his right, now crosses over. He gets it to Kidwell, left wing. Kidwell back to Barnard. Barnard over to Thomas. Thomas defended by Stroud. Thomas drives and kicks it back out to Redden. Redden's free throw, no good. Rebound, Scotty Stroud. And here he goes. Top of the key. He's going to drive. Kicks it out to Herget. Mr. Football fires for three. No good. Noah Astrom comes up with the rebound. He gets it to Redden. Redden baseline, puts up a shot, and it is good. 40-19, 2 seconds remaining. Scotty tried to pull that one in and get off a shot, but not before the buzzer sounds. And at the end of the first half here in the Den, 40-19, Beechwood leads. Wow. So, this week this is a big week for Scotty Stroud, for Scotty Stroud's family, but also for the Beechwood Tiger community, the school, the athletic program, everyone involved, because by the end of this week, Scotty Stroud will eclipse Brandon Hatton's 3,045-point 9th region all-time scoring record and become the leading scorer ever in the 9th region. And look, we could sit here and list all the amazing players, some that made it to the NBA from the 9th region. Scotty will be number one.
That's incredible.
And there's a
little old Beechwood, Mike.
And if you and the thing is, he's done it with grace. He is really, he's had a giant target on his chest for years. Because of how good he was, as a 7th and 8th grader, and he's handled a lot of pressure. He's handled a lot of heckling. He's handled a lot of people in the region that like to attack when he was struggling at times.
Sure.
But what he did is he put his head down and he just kept playing great basketball, putting the ball in the basket, scoring point after point and winning game after game, taking these Beechwood Tigers on his shoulders, taking them to a district championship during his sophomore season, helping them to a 9th Region All-A Classic title, and just accomplishment after accomplishment. Just really impressive, Greg. Taking a look at the score sheet in the first half for the Tigers, obviously Scotty Stroud, 24 points to lead both teams, 10 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 7 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Just a tremendous first half of basketball for that young man. Cameron Decker with 4 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and 4 rebounds. Brady Moore and Will Downton with 3 points apiece. I actually missed Cameron Boyd with 6 points on 2 3-pointers. So, of note there, Will Downton 1 of 6 from the floor. Hopefully we can. Hopefully this little stretch, this lull for Will. Hopefully it's just getting it out of his system before we hit the postseason.
He's due, Mike.
He is
due for
due.
An explosion, quite honestly.
Well, and
it's like I said. He's hitting a little bit of a wall, Mike. He played a bunch of games in a short period of time.
Right.
I'm sure his legs aren't quite where they normally are, but I know the Tigers got a lot of rest this weekend, and Coach Getz fully understands the situation now. Leading up to the districts, there's going to be shorter practices, more time off. They're going to be just fine. They're going to find their way.
Absolutely. The Tigers, how about this? Coach Getz loves this stat, Greg. 12 assists, 2 turnovers. That's getting it done right there. From the field, Beechwood shot 45%. From three-point range, 6 of 16 for 37.5%. From the free throw line, 4 of 6 for 66.7%. For Pendleton County, let's see here. Okay, Traden Thomas, who we said he came in with 19.2 point per game average. He only has 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting, so they're doing a tremendous job of limiting Traden Thomas's abilities, cutting him off in the lane. He's not able to drive and make things happen as he's done so easily this season in Pendleton County's somewhat soft schedule.
Yeah.
So Traden Thomas was 6 points. let's see, Jacob Redden with 5 points, Noah Barnard with 4 points, and Connor Neltner and Braden Kidwell with 2 points apiece. Braden Kidwell, one of 6 from the field, so they've done a nice job on him as well. Pendleton County from the field 40%, and we talked about their struggles from three-point range, 0 for 8, 0%, and from the free throw line 3 of 6 for 50%. Rebounding numbers, Beechwood leads 18-14. So all in all, Greg, just a tremendous first half, and exactly what we talked about. That consistent from the beginning to the end. This is a great start to checking that box for tonight.
Yeah, the Tigers have played very well, and really they've put together a perfect storm. They've been very efficient on the offensive end. They are forcing Pendleton County completely out of their game. They're forcing them to do things they don't want to do on the defensive end, as evidenced by the 0 for 8 3-point shooting by Pendleton County. And Pendleton County, Mike, a tale of two stat lines. As you mentioned, Beechwood 12 assists to 2 turnovers. Pendleton County 2 assists to 11 turnovers. So Beechwood's doing exactly what they want to, and Pendleton County's going through the buzzsaw right now.
Yeah, and it's it's a shame. Coach Ellsburn in his second season with Pendleton County, this group, Coach Ellsburn, they've had a tough act to follow with Keaton Belcher and who is now the head coach at Ryle and Dante Allen. This program had a tremendous amount of success during the time those two were at the head of the Pendleton County program. Last season, Coach Ellsburn in his first year with Pendleton County, only 12 and 20, but they were district runner-up to Robertson County. They made it to the 10th region tournament. They lost in round 1 to Campbell County. So record not great, but they made it to the 10th region tournament. Coach Ellsburn, I think he was hoping for more this season. Maybe they can get into the tournament because of that crazy situation with their 3-way tie in their district, but. Yeah. It's just a definite struggle for Coach Ellsburn. But he is, and I, just talking to some people, he is very highly thought of in Northern Kentucky region in terms of, one of the best young coaches in the area. Taking a look, Greg, at the 35th district. So, we're getting close to that time. Covington Catholic currently ranked number 5 in the state RPI. What a week they had since our last broadcast. All they did was knock off Ashland Paul Blazer last Friday night, 71-62, down in Park Hills. Ashland Paul Blazer, considered by many to be one of the best teams in the state, a front runner, a favorite by many to make a serious run at the Sweet 16 this year. Covcath just lit them up, 71-62. As I said, Donovan Stocks, 19 points. Evan Ipsero, 15 points. Chandler Starks, double-double machine. He finished with 13 and 12. Great win there. And then they followed that up. They traveled to Madison Central. They're ranked 34th in the RPI. They knocked them off 64-48. That team coached by Alan Feldhouse, by the way. How about that?
Mike, I did not know that.
Yeah, how about that? In that game, Mitchell Riley, 23 points. Chandler Starks with 12. So Covcath, they're just rolling right now. Mitchell Riley leads them now with 16.6 points a game. They play Holmes tonight. Now, they're 2-0. They win that one, which they probably will. Holmes struggling mightily right now. That will clinch for them the number 1 seed. And then what that will do is, meaning if Holy Cross, we're going to talk about it in a minute, unless Holmes beats Holy Cross, we will have Covcath 1, Holy Cross 2, Beechwood 3, Holmes 4, which means our first district game will be one of the best 2-3 games in the state of Kentucky. In the first round of the 35th district tournament against the Holy Cross Indians. I frankly, Greg, I don't see I don't see Holmes beating of Covcath or Holy Cross.
No.
Holy Cross currently ranked 45th in the RPI. They're 12-7, 1-1 in the 35th district. They didn't have the greatest of weeks since our last broadcast. They knocked off Bracken County, but they traveled to number 2 in the state, Lexington Catholic, and got sent home in bad shape, 99-56, a molly whipping right there by Lexington Catholic. In that game, Jacob Meyer, 31 points. for Lexington Catholic, Mr. Basketball frontrunner Ben Johnson with 26 points. Lex Cath had 5 players in double figures. So, and then last night they hosted Highlands, and they gave Highlands a great game. They ended up losing 86-82. Jacob Meyer 32 points there. So they had had a rough week, but they battled Highlands, beat up Rackham County. Jacob Meyer averaging 25 points a game right now. They're just rolling. So I can't see Holmes knocking them off.
Right. No doubt, Mike.
So with that, again, summary, net, barring a cataclysmic, shocking upset of the likes we've never seen in this area. Actually, let me tell. Did you see Ludlow beat Ryle?
I did, Mike. I did.
That is sneaky one of the biggest upsets,
right.
Not only in the 9th region, but one of the biggest upsets in the state this year. That is a big-time upset. Congratulations to the Panthers and Coach Sullivan for that win, by the way. All right, here we go. Third quarter action, 40-19, Beechwood leading. Greg, take us away.
Tigers bring back their starting 5. Bernard's going to run point for Pendleton County. Tigers coming out in a 3-2 zone. Kidwell pulls for 3.
0 for 9 for the Wildcats tonight.
0 for 9. Cam Decker with the rebound, gets it up to Brady Moore. Brady Moore run point. Pendleton County coming out man-to-man. You're going to drop the ball off to Drought. He's going to set up the offense. Hands off to Will Doughton. Will Doughton over to Decker. Decker.
Oh, my Lord.
With a beautiful pass.
Showtime
for the throwdown. Mike, that's how you get Will Doughton going.
Holy cow. What a pass.
That was phenomenal.
That was a perfect pass.
Mike, I'm looking down at my roster as that ball was in the air, and I just heard the rim, and I knew something special happened.
It always happens that way, doesn't it?
So Kidwell gets ball, high post. Kicked out to Wren. Wren pulls for 3. Is that 0 for 10 now, Mike?
That's 0 for 10.
0 for 10. Offensive rebound. He's trapped in the corner. Long pass out to Mason Askren. He's guarded by Will. He's being hounded by Will Doughton. He gets out of it. Finds Bernard. Gets it inside and blocked by Cam Decker.
Yep.
That was Jacob Wren with the shot. Brady Moore kicks out to Will Doughton in the corner. Will Doughton pulls for 3. No good. Offense rebound by Scotty Drought. Comes up with it. He pulls for 3. No good. Will Doughton unable to come up with the offensive rebound. It will be Pendleton County ball with 6:30 to go in this third period. Tigers leading 42-19. 1-3-1 zone for the Tigers. Gets the ball inside to Thomas. He kicks it back out to Bernard. Bernard pulls for 3. 0 for 11. Scotty Drought with the rebound. Looking to push the tempo. He finds a cutting Cam Decker for a wide-open easy 2. 44-19. Tigers
showing off distribution skills like no other tonight.
Beautiful find.
Cameron Decker with 6 points
Will
right
Doughton
now, by the way.
comes up with the steal. Crosses him over, puts it up. Beautiful finish by Will Doughton.
I think you're right. I think that alley-oop might have woken up the dragon there.
Bernard setting up the offense against the Tigers, 1-3-1. Gets in the high post. That was kicked out to Askew, who pulled for 3. No good. Will Doughton says, I'm taking it right to the lane. He is fouled before the shot.
Greg wanted to give a big shout-out to Coach Ross Hart and our JV Tigers. They knocked off Pendleton County prior to this game, 57-23, to move to 21-1 on the season. In the game, Carl Gabbard and Carson Way with 14 points apiece. Carl Gabbard with 4 triples, including 3 in the second quarter.
Brady Moore with a beautiful lob for Will Doughton for the easy 2 off the inbounds play. 48-19. Tigers, Mike, are firing on all cylinders. Pendleton County forced to take a timeout as they have not scored in this opening third period.
Well, one of the things that, and again, we've talked about it a lot the last couple of weeks, but, we're going to keep doing it, is how good Brady Moore's playing. I mean, just really dropping dimes all over the place, hustling, making plays. I mean, we just saw the alley-oop pass, and we just saw another great pass from him. Just Brady Moore's had a great year.
I mean, he brings the intangibles. You're not gonna pull out a stat sheet and see him filling boxes,
right?
but he brings the intangibles. A great energy to the floor. He's an extremely unselfish player. He finds the open man. Everything a coach could ask for out of a point guard, Mike.
Absolutely. Greg, Dante Allen, how many games do you recall him playing at Beechwood?
None.
One game.
He played one.
My bad. He played one game. December 16th, 2016 at Beechwood. Beechwood wins 55-49. Dante Allen, a sophomore, he finishes with 21 points, 12 rebounds, 8 of 18 shooting, 2 3-pointers, 1 appearance. All right, 48-19, 5:26 remaining here in the third quarter. On the floor for the Tigers, Brady Moore, Cameron Decker, Will Down, Scotty Drought, and the sophomore, Cameron Boyd.
Mike, this is a new twist from the Tigers. I do not recall seeing them play a 1-3-1. They've done a lot of like 3-2 and 2-3 matchup zone. I have not seen the 1-3, and so far I'm liking it.
It'll be interesting to see how Pendleton reacts to this.
So Askren, running point, gets over to Bernard. Skip pass, back to Askren. Mike, Pendleton County just looks lost right now.
They do, and this is honestly this is the worst thing for them because they were already rattled. Now they're confused even more than they already were.
Scotty Drought with the steal and easy bucket 4-2. I mean, Mike, they look like they've never seen a 1-3-1 before.
Any kind of a change in the defense was going to hurt them. And Trayton Thomas, every time he drives, there are 3 towers waiting for him.
Look at this, Mike.
Oh, a little higher, and it would have been there.
Brady Moore pulls for 3. No good. Drought fights for it, but Thomas comes up with it. He's looking to push the tempo. He loses the ball. However, the official calls a foul. I believe that's on Will Doughton.
Coach Ellsburn getting a little bit frustrated right now. Looks like he wants to take that frustration out on the officials. He was ready to explode, but got the call.
That's Will Doughton's third, which should not play a factor in this evening's ball game.
All right, on the floor for the Tigers, Drought, Doughton, Mr. Football, the monster Mitchell Berger, and Will Rolfe.
So Pendleton County ball, Bernard, he's going to run point. Tigers stick with their 1-3-1. And why wouldn't you? Kidwell with the ball in the corner, gets it inside of Thomas. Thomas gets tripped up. That will be a foul on Will Rolfe. Pendleton County will take the ball out underneath their own basket. 50-19, 4 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Mike, Pendleton County still has not scored a basket in this third period.
They are struggling.
Inbound pass almost scored by Will. Unable to come up with it. Will Rolfe with an offensive rebound. He loses it. Mason Askren gets the ball. He drives, penetrates to the paint, puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound by Cam Herget. Gets it to Will Rolfe. Will Rolfe finds Mitchell Berger. Berger back to Doughton. Doughton skies through the lane, puts it up off the glass for a soft 2. Will Doughton almost comes up with the turnover on Thomas. Races back. Thomas gets in the paint. He drops it off to Jacob Brennan, who was not ready for that pass.
Great thought by Trayton Thomas there. He realizes that Beechwood's got him figured out. Every time he drives, again, there are 3 bodies that collapse on him. Went for the underneath pass, but unfortunately, Redden just not ready for it.
So Pendleton County now is going to a 2-3 zone. Droud's running point. Gets over to Will Doughton. Berger gets in the corner. Sends it to Drought. Drought pulls for 3. No good. Rebound Pendleton County. Gets up to Thomas. Thomas gets in the paint. Goes up against Drought. No good, but Scotty is called for the foul. Trayton Thomas will go to the line to shoot 2.
Greg, in that game that Dante Allen played here at Beechwood on December 16, 2016, Beechwood won that game 55-49. Can you guess the leading scorer for the Tigers in that game?
What year was that, Mike?
2016.
Man.
Free throw good by Trayton Thomas.
I have no idea.
Owen Alcorn. He finished with 20 points. What a player.
Would not have been my guess.
Excellent player. Big man.
Absolutely.
Seriously talented big man. Scotty Drought with 10 points in that game.
Thomas's second free throw is good. Those will be the first 2 points of the third period for Pendleton County. Drought running point. Pendleton County going back man-to-man now. Drought harassed by Thomas. Hands it off to Berger. Back to Drought. Back to Berger. Berger on the left wing, puts the ball on the floor,
The monster.
penetrates, gets to the glass, but kicks it out to Doughton. Doughton pulls for three, knocks it down. Mike, Will Doughton with a much better third quarter now shooting the ball.
Absolutely. Now has 14 points on the game.
Thomas tries to penetrate against Doughton. Doughton not having any of it. He kicks the ball off to Askren. He penetrates. Nothing there. Kicks it out to Connor Neltner. Again, no good. Long pass out to Scotty Droud. Puts it up off the glass basket is no good, but he is fouled. He will go to the line to shoot two.
Pendleton County foul call on number 10, Mason Askren, his second, team second.
55-21, 2:41 remaining here in the third quarter. Beechwood will travel tomorrow night to take on Bracken County. Early start, 6 p.m., Greg. How about that?
Yeah.
Have to be on the road early.
Well, it's the challenge night, so I'm sure that's why Coach Getch moved up the start time.
You know, I knew there had to be something like that. That makes perfect sense.
I think that's the reason. We'll talk about that later on. So 55-21, Scotty's first free throw, no good. Second is up and good.
And that's 27 points for Scotty tonight.
So Scotty and Will Doughton will take a rest.
Greg, Coach
The
Eric.
Cams will check in.
Coach Eric Getz 4-1 against Pendleton County in his career at Beechwood. The last game was that December 16, 2016 matchup that Dante Allen played in. Beechwood has won the last 3 games against the Wildcats.
First, looking to get it inside. That ball stolen by Boyd. Boyd looking to push the tempo. Brings it back out. Finds Will Rolfe. Rolfe the skip pass to Herget. Herget behind the back pass to Cam Decker, who pulls for 3. No good. Ball is tipped out. Scrum for it. Verse comes up with it. He kicks it out to Jack. Jack over to Thomas. Thomas puts it on the floor. Goes to the basket. No good. Excellent defense by Cam Herget. He comes up with the rebound. Again, looking to push the pace. Rocket pass into Berger. Berger is fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Back-to-back, 2 good passes out of Cam Herget.
Cameron Herget, the Kentucky Football Coaches Association Mr. Football, and likely will soon be the Associated Press Mr. Football winner, showing some serious distribution skills there with that behind-the-back pass.
Berger's first free throw is no good.
Mitchell Berger also playing JV, plays JV mainly, really starting to see his offensive game open up.
And free throw, no good, rebounded by Thomas. Thomas again looking to get into the paint. Kicks it out, back out to Neltner. Thomas gets the ball, resets the offense. Kicks out to Redden. Redden puts on the floor, goes to the glass. Blocked by Cam Herget with a big rejection.
Brady Moore enters. Mitchell Berger will take a seat.
Cam Herget gets a hand on the inbound pass, but unable to come up with it. Thomas recovers, penetrates. Herget now gets his hand on that one for the steal. He's going to go coast to coast, puts it up off the glass, no good, but he again is fouled. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Okay, Greg, we've talked about the struggles of Pendleton County this season. You know, we've talked about they average 54 points a game. Their lowest scoring total this season was against Calvary Christian on February 23rd when they scored 40 points. Right now, with a minute left to go in the third quarter, only 21 points. Great defensive effort tonight by the Beechwood Tigers.
I took a look at their schedule preparing for the game tonight. Anytime you see a team with a loss to Calvary Christian, that's never a good sign.
Yeah. Well, you know, they just, you know, they don't play a lot of ninth region teams, so a lot of the not going to see as many strong teams down in that area. So, but their schedule is very soft.
So Thomas penetrates. Coach Ross Hart wanted a jump ball there. Foul was initially called, but Ross with the little nudge on the officials, able to get the call reversed to a jump ball. So Tigers take possession.
Pendleton County's best win this year was at home on February 6th against Lloyd. In that game, they won 60-55. Ethan Verst and
Mike, that's another shot we like to see there.
Absolutely.
Will Rolfe knocking down the 3. He's a guy that's been quiet these last few weeks. He hasn't shot well. It's good to see him get that ball to fall.
Absolutely. this team will be very dangerous in postseason if Cameron Decker, Cameron Herget, and Will Rolfe are scoring points in the postseason.
So Brady Moore playing, I'm sorry, not Brady Moore. Cam Boyd playing excellent physical defense. A little too aggressive. He's called for a blocking foul. Pendleton County will take the ball out underneath their own basket. Jack looking to inbound. Long pass out to Kidwell, who pulls for three to end the quarter. 60-21. Mike, Pendleton County, 0 field goals in the third period, 2 free throws.
I think they would like to get on the bus and head home. Rough night. I mean, but again, just a tough matchup. Yeah, we talked about this is unless you can shoot outside and unless you have a legitimate elite offensive player, you're going to have a really hard time coming into the Den and beating the Tigers.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike.
It's about the depth off the bench. It's about the length. It's about the athleticism. And again, this team, this Pendleton County team, there's some talent. They're just getting beat tonight.
No
capital BEAT. Katie's keeping track of the Cliff Cath Holmes 35th District matchup tonight. How about Holmes? At the end of the first quarter, Cliff Cath only leading by 3, 17-14. Now, and I want to say, let's talk real quick about Quantez Callaway. Quantez Callaway, he is playing like a man right now.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about Holmes since our last broadcast. They lost to Highlands, they lost to Dixie, they lost to Campbell County. But how about Quantez in those 3 games? 30 points against Highlands, 23 against Dixie, 23 against Campbell County. That is an example right there of a young man putting a team on his shoulders and doing everything he can to lead them to some kind of respectable victory.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
All right, fourth quarter starting 60-21. Wholesale substitutions for the Wildcats. I think we've got the JV team in now for Coach Ellsburn. So we have to pull that roster up, and there's a shot by number 4. He misses it. Mitchell Berger with the rebound.
Mac Tackett with the alley-oop.
Berger over to Rolfe. Rolfe fires for
Hit
3.
that. Will
Hits
Rolfe,
another one.
that's what we like to
6
see.
points for Will Rolfe. 2 3-pointers quick for Will Rolfe. 63-21. Beechwood extends the lead. Greg, I need some help on the roster here, buddy.
No problem, brother. No problem. Alex Beast is running point. Number 13 gets over to Mac Tackett, number 4.
Tackett.
35 is Travis
Turner.
Turner.
Turner over to
15 is Nolan Williams.
Nolan Williams.
Based with the ball, penetrates.
An 8th grader. His
Nice
leaner
move by Based
is
with the
good.
little floater. Nice job.
63-21. Nice job by that young man. Wide open, Ruben Recton. He puts it up and in. 65-23.
If he was able to get another step or two, Mike, he might have tried to throw that down, I think.
And let me tell you, he has got some hops, and he would have definitely thrown that down. All right, now you're seeing a massive mismatch right here. This JV team has some 7th and 8th graders on it.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how long Coach Getz leaves his older players in. Recton, right wing.
That was an ankle looking to turn.
Recton
Glad
over
he's
to
okay.
Evanston. Evanston to Berger in the corner. Berger to Herget. Herget, Mr. Football fires for 3. He misses it. Rebound, Will Rolfe. He
Hit that,
fires
Will.
a 3. That's
That a
3.
boy, Will
9
Rolfe.
points quickly for Will Rolfe. And how awesome is that to see?
Beautiful, Mike. That's, again, we've talked about that. One of the problems that Beechwood's experienced is, what you're getting night in, night out from Will Doughton, Scotty Drought.
Absolutely.
Cam Boyd has really stepped up his game this year. Who's going to be 4 and 5 now, right? So you want that to be Cam Decker. You want Will Rolfe shooting the ball from the 3-point line. You need him to be a threat shooting the ball. So it's good to see. It's good to see him knocking down 3 straight threes.
What a confidence builder for him as we
Absolutely.
head towards the end of the season. All right, Turner, top of the key, gets it over to Based. We'll go with Based. And he penetrates, draws contact.
Strong.
Aggressive young man. Love it. Based comes in. He's a freshman guard. He comes into tonight averaging just under a point a game. 68-23, 5.5 remaining in the fourth quarter here. And Beast's free throw is good. And that is his first free throw attempt of the season.
Mike, I'll tell you what, Based is a guy that he stepped on that floor and just acts like he belongs
He is
there.
not
You know what I
worried
mean?
about, yes, he's not worried about the uniform on the Tigers. He's ready to
I
play basketball.
love it. He comes right in.
Yes.
He has a nice floater, knocks down 2 free throws there. Solid effort by Based.
His second free throw is good. That makes it 68-25, and the JV team is checked in for Coach Getz, Carson Way, Ty Evanston, Sam Stacy, Ruben Recton, and Carl Gabbard. 3 missed by the Tigers. Sam Stacy tries to bat it back in to no avail. Mac Tackett, he inbounds it to Hunter Cox. I'm getting there with the names. Travis Turner, he bounces it in to Jude Hall. Hall back out to Tackett. He fires a long-range 3 and buries it. 68-28. Beechwood leads. Carson Way brings it down the left side of the floor. Carson Way with 14 points in the JV game. He had a great game. He's been really good. And speaking of great games, Carl Gabbard, who had 4 triples in the JV game, he misses. Pendleton County on a run out. Jude Hall puts it up. No good, but draws contact, and he will head to the free throw line. Jude Hall 2 of 6 from the line this year, 33%. Hall's free throw, no good. Greg, the Associated Press top 10 in Kentucky was released yesterday. Number 1, Lexington Catholic with 10 first-place votes. Number 2, North Laurel, Reed Shepherd of North Laurel. They have 1 first-place vote. Elizabethtown, number 3. St. Henry Crusaders, number 4.
Number 4, Mike. And they deserve every bit of that rank.
Andrew Goodwin seeing his first action. He gets it to Ruben Recton, the soccer king of Fort Mitchell. Recton, free throw line, attacks, puts it up, and no good, but he is fouled, I believe, by Mac Tackett there. All right, Recton at the free throw line. Free throw, no good. So it looks like St. Henry is tied at 4th place with Louisville Ballard. Not sure if you saw Louisville Ballard last week. They played Trinity in a great game in Louisville. Game went to overtime, and Trinity won by 17 in double overtime. Wow. All right, Recton, right wing. He attacks. He wants to put the ball in the basket right now. He is fouled once again. So St. Henry and Ballard tied at number 4. Coventry Catholic, number 6. They fall below St. Henry finally. 7, Frederick Douglass. 8, Bowling Green. 9, Louisville Male. And 10, Louisville DeSales. Recton will inbound. He gets it into Carson Way. Carson Way, future point guard, floor general for the varsity Tigers next year.
Nice
Way
find.
kicks it out to Andrew Goodwin. He fires left wing 3, no good. Rebound by Mac Tackett. Tackett brings it up the middle of the floor. Top of the key, defended by Way. He gets it over. Who is 21? That's Hunter Cox, I believe. Tackett fires for 3. No good. Rebound. Big Sam Stacy. Stacy gets it to Carson Way. Way driving, finds a wide open Trevor Logue. Logue blocked by Travis Turner, the smaller guard. Great job by that young man right there to block that shot. Tackett, big man running the point. He gets it over to Nolan Williams. Baseline. He tries to pass it inside to Jude Hall. Hall back to Williams, and jump ball called, and it will go to Beechwood. Oh, no, 12. Trevor Lowe called for a foul there. Carl Gabbard and freshman Maddox Kelly checking in. Freshman Maddox Kelly, remember that name, Greg Polgears, a supremely talented big man for Coach Getz. Seen a lot of JV action this year and has played very well. Very athletic, can handle the ball, got a nice jump shot. He's going to be a star in Fort Mitchell. And you should see the young man play football. Holy cow. And free throw is good. Williams. That makes it 68-30.
Pendleton County cuts the lead to 38. I kid, 28.
No, you didn't. Andrew Goodwin, JV point guard. He dribbles to his right. He kicks it to Gabbard. Gabbard to Recton, top of the key. Recton fires for 3.
Ooh,
no
I
good
thought that
off
was
the
down,
front of the
Mike.
rim. Kelly with the rebound. There he is, the big man. Gets it back to Ruben. Euro step, he puts it up. No good, and they're going to call it travel.
Come on. Give the senior a break. 38.
2:40 remaining, 68-30.
Mike, what was the spread on this game tonight? You got any idea?
What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. No, I would say that we covered handsomely.
I'd say so.
All right, Alex Based, impressive young point guard for the Wildcats. He gets it in to Hunter Cox. Cox puts up a shot, no good. Draws contact, and he will head to the free throw line. Foul on Maddox Kelly. Greg, when you look at freshman Maddox Kelly, there's a lot of a young Mitchell Riley in that young man, and not in just the size, but in the strength and athleticism. He will be a big part of the Tigers program moving forward because he is the biggest post player in the JV freshman middle school system. So watch his elevation. He's going to be a good one, Greg. 68-31, 156 remaining. Carson Way brings the ball up the floor for Coach Getz and these Tigers. Way dribbles towards the top of the key. Over to Trevor Logue. Logue inside to Maddox Kelly. Kelly puts it up. No good. Gets his own rebound and puts it up and in.
Nice job by the freshman.
First varsity points of the year, I believe, for the young freshman star,
yes,
Maddox Kelly.
Outstanding.
Hunter Cox. Trapped. Tries to get it out to Alex Beast. It's stolen down the floor to Way. Way puts it up and in.
By Way. Nice finish.
Let me tell you, Greg, when you watch these JV Tigers, you see that all day long. Carson Way, he is a hustle machine, and he scores time after time on plays like that. Alex Beast, left wing for Pendleton County, bounces it into Jude Hall. Hall over to Mac Tackett. Tackett fires for three, misses. Rebound, Trevor Logue. Logue gets it to Way. 1 minute remaining. Andrew Goodwin, corner, three, in and out. Trevor Logue with the rebound. He puts it up, no good. Contact, though, and he will go to the free throw line.
Pendleton County, after a quick 3-0 run, Tigers come back and answer. Extend the lead back to 41 points.
Andrew Goodwin, that's a name to remember, too. A very talented young point guard, very similar in game and athletic ability to Brady Moore. Excellent soccer player, too. Free throw no good by Trevor Logue. 52.5 seconds remaining in this contest, 72-31. Free throw no good by Logue, and who else but Maddox Kelly. He gets it to Logue, who fires for three, no good. Jude Holt, no, that is, well, there's Mac Tackett. He tries the reverse, no good. 21 is Hunter Cox.
21, Hunter Cox, yes.
Beechwood foul call number 12, Trevor Logue, his second.
Trevor Logue's second foul. Tackett at the line.
Mac Tackett, fan favorite of Pendleton County. Will
No
go to
doubt.
line for two.
No doubt. He will fire from anywhere, Greg.
He sure will, man. He's got a shotgun down there.
Yes. Tackett's free throw no good. So, Greg, in the others receiving votes in the Associated Press poll this week, Highlands with 8 points, Knox Central with 6, Louisville Trinity with 4, Muhlenberg County, Lyon County, John Hardin, Graves, and Dixie Heights with 1. Beechwood nowhere to be seen. Interesting, right?
That is very interesting. That is very interesting, especially when you look at, defeating teams such as Highland, who gets an honor mention. You defeat St. Henry, who's ranked 4th in the state right now.
Katie asked me not to do this, but I'm going to do it.
You play
I think it's ridiculous.
Which in 8 points for the
I think it's ridiculous. It's constant disrespect across the state to Beechwood. You beat Highlands, you beat St. Henry, and nobody thinks you're any good.
No love. No love for the players, Mike. No love for the players.
Trevor Logue with the stick back off the free throw miss. 74-31, 15 seconds remaining. Hunter Cox with the shot, no good. Carson Way coming down the floor. He kicks it to Goodwin. Goodwin drives, puts it up and in. Andrew Goodwin with his first varsity points of his career.
Nasty. That was
excellent.
nasty,
and that's what he can do. Mac Tackett, there he goes. Tried the three-pointer from just across the half-point line. No
Tackett,
good.
No conscience whatsoever. He will pull from
feeling
anywhere.
It. Just feeling it.
I love it.
And that will do it. Beechwood knocks off Pendleton County 76-31 with the win. Beechwood moves to 19-5 on the season, 6-game winning streak. Pendleton County falls to 7-10. What a night here
Big
in
Mac
the den.
Tackett.
Yeah. We're gonna remember that. We're gonna
Right?
remember that name. I haven't checked
What
the
year
schedule.
is Mac Tackett? Do I
he's
have
he's
that?
a JV player, but he's definitely
Junior, Mike. So we should hopefully we get to see him next year.
He's on our
He's on our radar,
our
man.
favorite, our
Yes.
top, like our all favorite team right now.
A great name, Mac Tackett.
Yeah, we'll put him at shooting guard. We'll update that, but that's our shooting guard on the Murphy Pole Years team.
I love it. I love it.
All right. Mark Weary checking in. Mark Weary. Speaking of which, shout out to 859 Sports for everything that they're doing for Northern Kentucky sports. They Mark Weary, Greg Spencer, Kevin Connor, Jason Elfers, those guys flat out rock.
Mike, it's great to have them around because so many teams don't have a radio crew or
right,
a TV
absolutely.
radio crew, and they're able to get these kids some exposure, outside, especially now with a pandemic, and
no doubt.
I know there's away games I would have loved to have gone to and taken my kids this year, so it's great to have guys like 859 Sports around so you can listen and watch some
absolutely.
of these games
well,
that we don't get a chance to attend.
And how long has it been since that we've had an independent outlet
Absolutely.
of that kind of quality? I mean, they audio, video. I mean, Mark Weary and his guys just simply crushing it. Mark Weary, the godfather of Northern Kentucky sports radio. So, what a night here for Scotty Drought. He scores his 3,000th point. We talked about that. What a great accomplishment. We talked about one of the biggest things that we felt like, Coach Getz probably wanted to see was a complete effort from his team from the beginning to the end.
Right.
Check that box.
Absolutely.
And how nice is that? We saw a couple of things develop, good developments. We saw Brady Moore, continues to emerge as a weapon, just great passing all night long. We saw Will Rolfe come off the bench, bury 3 3-pointers. He's it's been an up and down season for Will Rolfe, and to see him come in and do that confidence booster could pay off big time in the district and regional tournament. Because if you can get a senior going in time for the playoffs, that just is it's more to add to your arsenal. So that was awesome to see. Cameron Decker, a nice effort. Not a lot of points, but we scored, I believe, 6 points. We'll get to that in a second. But looked strong inside. Just a really nice night here for the Tigers, and this is what you want to see as you head into this week and next week, which will tell the tale of the postseason. So 76-31 Tigers with the victory tonight. Again, the sixth win in a row for the Tigers. Looking at the score sheet, Scotty Drought finishes with the game high, 27 points, 11 of 19 from the field. Will Down with 14 points, 11 points in the third quarter. Nice job by him coming back from a first half that's not exactly what we're used to with him. He was 6 of 12 from the floor, 2 of 6 from three-point range. Also, Will Rolfe, we said, with those 9 points. Cameron Decker and Cameron Boyd with 6 points apiece. Brady Moore with 3 and 2 points apiece for Maddox Kelly, Andrew Goodwin, Trevor Lowe, Carson Way, and Ruben Recton. Cameron Herget finished with 1 point. Tigers shot 48.4% from the floor, 10 of 32 from beyond the arc for 31%, 6 of 17 from the free throw line. That'll have to sharpen that pencil, so to speak, 35%. Easy to get away from you in a game like this, however. For Pendleton County, their leading scorer was Traden Thomas. He finished with 8 points, came in averaging 19 points a game, so great defensive effort there for the Tigers. Let's see, Jacob Redden finished with 5 points. Alex Beast, the 8th grader, finishes with 4 points. Noah Barnard with 4 points. Mac Tackett, there he is. Mac Tackett, 3 points.
Big Mac Tackett.
Big Mac. Let's see, he finishes with 3 points. Braden Kidwell with 2 points, the second leading scorer. I mean, so think about that. Between Thomas and Kidwell, 10 points, and they came in, averaging close to 30 points a game.
No doubt.
Just a great defensive effort. The Pendleton County shot 25% from the floor. 1 of 17 from beyond the arc. That is good for 5.8%.
Mike, that's not winning basketball.
10 of 18 from free throw, from the charity stripe for 55%. Rebounding numbers, Beechwood just blew them out of the water in the second half. Total 43-28 for the game. So just a fantastic night overall. Katie just provided us with an update at the half. Covington Catholic, as it has pushed that lead out to 10, they lead 38-28 over Holmes. That's probably not going to change.
No.
And again, what happens is with that win, that makes Cuff Cat the #1 seed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Coach Getz is with us. Let's get him situated. Thank you, Katie. All right, Coach, congratulations. 76-31 victory with the win. Beechwood moves to 19-5 on the season. That's a complete game right there, Coach.
Got out to a good start, and then most importantly, had a good lead at third quarter and came out and won the third quarter 20-2 and put it away. So that's what you hope for. Man, had everybody in the book tonight. Andrew Goodwin, Maddox Kelly got their first varsity points ever. So it was a good night all around.
Coach, their two leading scorers combined for a grand total of 10 points between them. Beechwood, you all were just on the offensive end. You were so efficient. On the defensive end, Pendleton County looked lost. They looked lost in the first half. Second half, you come out in that 1-3-1 zone that they were even more lost. Just talk about, through 3 quarters that your starters played. Just talk about how efficient they are and what a complete game they put together for those 3 quarters.
Well, we've got superior talent to Pendleton County, so we did what we're supposed to do. They've had a decent season. They're right around 500. Sam Ellsburn's a Covington kid. Actually, my mother taught at St. Augustine, and he's been around a lot of winning basketball teams. So he'll get them going in the right direction. But, yeah, I was happy with how we played the 1-3-1 first time we showed it. Just preparing some things for what you might need to win a game. You never know what one thing might turn the tide in one game that you need to win along the way. So we thought we'd try it tonight, and I thought they did relatively well.
Coach, talk about the tremendous accomplishment by Scotty Drought tonight. Scored his 3,000th point on his way to breaking the 9th region record. Just talk about that special moment there when Scotty scored the 3,000th point.
Rarefied air, to say the least. When you're joining a club of 2, it doesn't get much more special than that.
Right.
So he has achieved so much individually in his career, being through his junior year, being the school's all-time leader. Now he's on the short list in the 9th region in northern Kentucky. What a special career it's been. And who would have thought that we'd have a 3,000-point score at Beechwood and potentially the all-time league scorer in northern Kentucky in this sport here at this school. Who would have ever thought it? So tremendous milestone. Couldn't be happier for him and prouder of him. More importantly, as I told the team, the 3,000 points are tremendous, but more importantly, we've averaged over 20 wins a game since he's been here over the course of 5 years, and who would have thought we'd say that? So when he got here, he is the cornerstone piece who has helped turn the program around. He's got talented kids around him in his class. Will Downton had a heck of a second half tonight, and
yes, he did,
and has put together a heck of a year, himself. So those 2 guys have been and continue to be a heck of a combination. And the other seniors all played well tonight as well, all contributing in the stat sheet. Good to see Willie Roth knocking in a couple threes. The most important thing now, get these individual milestones out of the way, and most importantly, finish the year the way we should collectively. It's great to see teammates happy for him, and I think he's made a conservative effort this year to be a tremendous teammate and share the basketball and be a leader. And so when you do all of those things and you reap the individual rewards, then that makes it all the better.
Yeah, Scotty has 27 tonight, but he also dishes out 4 assists, which is great to see. And Coach, just real quick, you already mentioned it, Will Rolfe. He's been struggling from behind the arc a little bit, comes out, knocks down 3 out of 5. That's got to be great to see. 3 straight, yeah. Will Downton played a good first half but wasn't shooting the ball very well. Comes out in the third to start the third quarter. You draw up that alley-oop dunk for him, and after that just seemed to get him going, and has 8 points in the third period. 2 guys that obviously you'd like to see knocking down shots for the success of this team.
Well, Willie D, it's riding in a wave of emotion with him sometimes. He's done a pretty good job controlling that the last couple games and kind of being more steady. But when you get him a dunk, that really gets him going. So first half he struggled with a shot. We thought we'd run our little set play, and if we can get him a dunk, then that might get him going. I think he rattled off about 10 or 12 straight points right there in the third quarter. Rolfe has been struggling. He's had a crisis of confidence. So, we know he's capable. As I told him after the game, there's going to be a game we're going to have him and his shooting at some point here. So we got to get him back going and confident. you know, and his shooting, of course, affects other phases of his game as it does with most shooters. But both of those guys, they just ripped the nets yesterday in practice. They were both lights out from deep last night, so we hoped we'd have an opportunity to get Rafi in particular going tonight, and great to see him see that ball go through the basket. Sometimes that's all you need, just see it go through the hoop a couple times and change your view on the world.
Coach, my final question for you. It's the stat line I always look at when I get these. The first thing I look at is assist to turnovers. Talk about polar opposites. Pendleton County, 3 assists to 18 turnovers. Tigers, 21 assists to 4 turnovers. That's a beautiful thing to see.
When we're right, that's what we've been doing. You know, we've been able to force double-digit turnovers almost every night, pretty consistently. And, you know, at the offensive end, when we're right, we've got a bunch of assists and we're not turning the ball over. And that's been the case lately. I think at Newcat the other night, I think we had 2 turnovers for the entire game. So that's been a consistent trend for us. You know, I think having Brady Moore out there in the starting lineup helps with that at both ends, really, because he's got good instincts defensively and he helps us take care of the ball offensively. You know, so when you have those numbers, you got a great chance to win. That's for sure.
I just have two quick questions. First one, as you noted earlier, Andrew Goodwin and Maddox Kelly notched their first varsity points tonight. Talk about those 2 young men and their potential for the future for this program.
They've been big pieces off the bench for this amazingly successful JV squad we got still rolling. I don't know what they're up to, 20-1 or something ridiculous. They go on to their JV tournament semifinal game. They had an exciting game here the other night against the Rowell Raiders. They had to play Boone County at Covington Catholic this Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. And they're rolling. But those 2 guys have been key cogs in that machine. Andrew, just a hustle kid who brings great quickness and defensive intensity off the bench, has had really a great year as a sophomore and has a bright future. And Maddox is the cornerstone of that freshman class, you know. So these seniors have garnered a lot of attention and well deserved, and they've put our program on the map. And now it's time for the next wave to start getting ready. And those 2 guys are definitely pieces. Maddox, about a 6'5" freshman, got him a bucket there tonight. I was really impressed with him all year in the JV, and I'm watching the other night the freshman. He's a really talented defensive player, especially. He plays vertical. He's athletic. He can switch on the perimeter. And he goes and high points the ball really well on the glass. You know, so those 2 guys are going to be really nice players, and you never know who they may attract with them down the road.
Absolutely.
You know, as your program has success, you never know. People want to be a part of it. So those 2 guys certainly are big pieces for the future.
One interesting fact in that game, how about 11 of the 12 players on the roster score in that game? There's just a lot of talent on that team, that JV squad.
Well, they share the ball, and they play the right way. You know, they're just very different than our varsity team where we have Drought and Downton garner so much of the attention and score a lot of the points. And the JV team is just balanced every night. And, you know, both ways can be effective, but the JV team, man, you can't be happier for the year Coach Hart and his squad have had. Hope they finish it strong. It would be great to have a JV regional championship. Just be another,
be awesome.
Another feather in the cap. Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys got this message or not, but our victory there tonight and Holy Cross's loss last night secures our first ever school Division II Northern Kentucky Conference Championship. So they got in that conference. They got out of D3. When I got here, we took the banners down from D3. And, you know, it was 2 years before I got here. I think they made the switch and took a while to have some success. So to be conference champions in a year when you're talking about St. Henry and Highlands and these teams in Division II, it's quite an accomplishment for these guys.
Sure is, Coach. Congratulations. That's awesome.
No doubt. Congratulations, Coach, on that. Congratulations on the win tonight. Tomorrow night, Bracken County on the road. Can't wait for that one. Tigers rolling. Coach, have a great rest of your evening.
I'm really proud of this young man. He deserves all the success he's getting. He's done it the right way, especially this year. And he has put Beechwood basketball on the map. So I'm looking forward to see what he has to say. Thank you, guys. And I'm sure we'll see you here down the stretch.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right, here comes Scotty. He's been busy shaking hands, kissing babies, signing autographs.
Hey man, that's what he does. That's what he does.
Working the crowd. He's soaking up all the love tonight, and it's well deserved.
All right, let's get him situated.
Scotty, I'm glad that you're able to carve out time for little old Beechwood Sports Radio.
Yeah.
After such a big night and a great accomplishment, just a huge milestone, man.
Yeah, talk about the that moment and what that meant for you.
You know, it was great. I've been working up to this moment for basically all my life. All those hours in the gym's just been paying off. So it's good to see that reward working hard.
How much has that record been on your? I mean, is that been something that has it been a struggle balancing? That record was coming, more than likely, and you've probably known that for a while, versus being a team leader and being a more efficient player. How tough has that been for you? Is that weight on you?
I wouldn't say it's that much weight. I went into this season just wanting to win games, and points are a big part of the game. But I'll form relationships and memories and by winning. So I would rather win games, and which we're doing this year. So I'm happy about that too. Than break all these records because it's a team game.
Scotty, there's got to be some loving banter between you and your pops, right? You love needling him a little bit and saying, "Man, I got you, Dad."
Of course, yes,
and I'm sure he loves to come back and say, "Well, I didn't have the benefit of the three-point line."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, talk about that. What is with you and your dad? I mean, how much does it mean for you? Growing up under the aura of Scott Drought and his his basketball legendary status. How much have you wanted to add to your family's legacy in terms of being a top 9th region scorer? How much is that for probably throughout your childhood? How much has that been a part of your motivation?
Oh, it's been almost everything.
Yeah.
I remember when my dad told me he hadn't beat that record, and I was just going through my mind like I want to get that back in the family. So, I'm
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm coming for it, but I'm just trying to win games in the meantime with it. So.
Well, I think Coach Getz said, Scotty, you all have averaged 20 wins a year for the past 5 years. That's something. I mean, how many 20-win teams
20
period
wins,
have there been in
9th
Beechwood
region
history?
finals
Not many.
appearance, district championship, all A, accomplishment after accomplishment.
Yeah, for what this senior class has accomplished, it's really something special. And just talk about that a little bit. And Coach Getz also I didn't know it, I'll be honest. You all are Division II conference champs now this season. That's first time in Beechwood history. Talk about that, buddy.
It's awesome when you can come into a small school like this and have a great group of kids who have been great basketball players, starting all the way from when I was a 8th grader all the way up. We've had some really good teams, and it's awesome just to come in here and set school records, and it's a great feeling.
We've got a big week ahead for you,
Sir.
and we'll talk about that later in the week. We got the Brandon Hatton. Scotty Drought is coming for you. But we're wrapping up a grind of a season. It's been a lot of games in a short amount of time. There've been some downs, there've been some highs, and you guys are now 19-5. You're on a winning streak. Things look to be shaping up. How important are these 2 weeks as you head into the postseason?
It's everything. We need to be on our top game every night going into the postseason because it's always good going in there, being on a little streak.
Yep.
And builds our confidence up. So I think if we can get in there going undefeated this next 2 weeks, it'll be no one's going to want to play us. I'll tell you that.
One of the things Coach Getz has been talking about in post-game interviews, and I think it's been driving him crazy a little bit because he knows how talented this team is getting that complete game from the beginning, the tip to the final buzzer. Mm-hmm. Tonight we got that. How nice was that for you guys to finally check that box and kind of again, kind of the air is pointing up for the Tigers right now.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, and it's always nice when our bench players get in because they work their asses off in practice every single day. So I'm happy for them to get in, and everybody on our varsity team scored this season, so that's a big accomplishment as well.
That is pretty awesome. And two things, and I think and Greg will ask you a couple questions about tonight's game in particular, but Will Rolfe comes off the bench, buries three three-pointers quickly, finishes with 9 points, confidence builder for him.
Yes, sir.
how important is getting him into, getting him going, and how awesome was it to see him hit those threes tonight?
Oh, it was awesome. It's always good when someone's going off like Dalton was the other day versus Campbell. But yeah, his confidence is coming back to him. I think he lost it a little bit, but he's finding it at the right moments. So I think that'll help us out a lot.
And for Will, Will's got the, he can put up 40. Sometimes the shooting struggles. Great thing about him this year is when he's struggling, we've seen
doing other stuff.
Yeah,
Yes,
is he can control games in all the other ways, even if he's not filling up the scoring numbers. Tonight, for example, he doesn't have a good first half, but he maintains composure, comes out in defense, passing, scoring in the third quarter. I mean, he just dominated that third quarter. Talk about his performance and his mental strength tonight.
Oh, Will turns it on like this. He's a really hard-nosed kid, but he's a great basketball player, and I love being his teammate.
How awesome was that alley-oop?
Oh, it was sweet.
That was
sweet. They were calling it out too, and he still dunked it. They knew it was coming.
And Brady Moore, what about that pass, and what about his emergence as a real weapon? Again, he may not light it up from total points, but talk about his emergence and how important he's been for you guys this year.
Brady's been a great help to our team, becoming our point guard, and it's been awesome. He's a great player. I'm sure he'll do great things next year. I can't wait to come back and watch him too.
Absolutely, Greg. Anything on tonight's game?
No, I asked Coach Getz about this. One of my favorite stats, and really I think the stat that's going to really tell you the most about how the game was played, was assists to turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
You all had 21 assists, 4 turnovers. Pendleton County has 3 assists, 18 turnovers. I mean, a little bit of a mismatch tonight, but
it's a Molly
I mean,
right
just
there.
talk about how you all played tonight and what you all were seeing. I mean, I know this isn't the most talented team you faced all year, obviously. But just talk about kind of what you all saw out in the court tonight.
I think we controlled the tempo for the whole entire game, and we were able to make them turn the ball over a lot. So, and our assist to turnover ratio has been great, honestly, for the past.
It has been, yeah.
For this year, it's probably been.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's been the highest it's ever been. But
yeah.
we all love sharing the ball. We all love seeing everybody succeed. So,
here's the thing about Pendleton County, though. They beat Lloyd a few weeks ago. Lloyd has been tearing it up lately.
Lloyd's been playing much better lately.
They have not scored below 40 points all year. You hold them to 31. What a great defensive effort tonight. I mean, that's also got to be another nice thing as you head towards postseason. Defensively, you guys are just killing it right now. Greg, you got anything else?
No, I'm good.
I just want to ask, what are your have you made any decisions in terms of what's next for Scotty Droud?
Yes, I committed to Kentucky Wesleyan the other day. So
congratulations. How happy are you to have that finally decided and over with?
Yeah, it's
now?
awesome. It takes off a lot of pressure. So
yeah,
I've been playing freely, so it's nice.
That's speaking from some struggles I went through my senior year because of that same thing. Good for you. I know that takes a lot of pressure off of you. Plus, you're going to a great basketball school.
Yes, sir.
And
No doubt.
man, talk about there has been a lot of ninth region talent that's gone on to have great careers at Kentucky Wesleyan. So when I heard about that over the weekend, Scotty, I couldn't have been happier for you. I think that's a great
Thank
fit.
you so much.
I'm thrilled to death for you.
What was the deciding factor? What
the coaches and the players. I loved it
really?
there. Yes, sir.
That is awesome. Well, we are first of all, we are so proud of you and happy for you for your accomplishment tonight. And you just had such a great career, and it's been so much fun to watch. Congratulations on tonight. More ahead for you and for this team. Great win tonight, and keep it up, young man.
Thank you.
We're blessed to have you.
Congrats, and more to come, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
All right, Greg. So that wraps up another great night in the den. Scotty notches .3000 on his way to surpassing the record set by Brandon Hatton. He could break that tomorrow night in Bracken County.
I know, Mike. It's crazy. You and I talk about this a lot, how much we enjoy doing this. Obviously it's a volunteer job for us. There's some nights that I think I'd pay Beechwood to do this job sometimes. But, man, tonight, this is where you you really get a thrill out of it, is being able to call special moments like this.
Yeah, I mean, they're two scorers and all of the the many legends that have played basketball in the ninth region, some that have gone on to play in the NBA. It's just really amazing.
And Booth staring at me. Don't tell
Yes.
Booth I said that I'd pay Beechwood to do this job.
Right. We'll leave it this. Scotty, currently he needs 40 points to pass, so we're probably looking at Friday night at Dixie, which will be
Who knows?
one of the top games in the state, and it will be a big challenge for Beechwood. But
Dixie, man, talk about a team that's really come together this year.
They're surging with 4 very talented top players, so that'll be a great game. Greg, great job by you tonight. Katie, thank you for all your work tonight. Katie's been watching the Covcath Highlands or Covcath Holmes game for us. Covcath comfortably out in control of that game in the second half. Thank you to Ryan Booth, Brandon Van Brom, Tim Lillard, and the Army behind us that helps us pull this off. Tim Jones, the stat man, Kevin Dallas, Brandon Slusher. Without that Army, this doesn't happen. We will be in Bracken County tomorrow night, barring unforeseen circumstances. We cannot wait to bring you that action. Greg, anything else final?
That'll do it, buddy.
All right. With that, everyone have a great night. Great night to be a Tiger. Go
Tigers.